active role? Absolutely, but I can't play the role for the city council.
Do you think it's the job of city councilors to keep their constituents informed and involved?
I think it's their job, and I think it's my job. And we've tried to use the city website to keep people as involved as possible. There wasn't a city website before I got here. I think there's more to do on that, but we're trying to use that. We, under my negotiations with Comcast, we have created Northampton Community Television. 10 years ago, I wasn't here when the last cable contract was negotiated, and Comcast ran the studio for us, which meant it was pretty much useless. I negotiated a new contract that set up a separate cable TV station for us. So, for instance, we're talking about how do we use that more effectively. Should we be televising planning board meetings? Should we be televising other meetings? Good discussions. We have to find the volunteers.
Let me ask you something. Should we be televising BPW meetings, for instance?
Sure.
And
sure.
who would do that, and how can we put that into practice?
Northampton Community Television is an open process, but we need the volunteers to do it. And you can't do it irregularly. If somebody's going to commit to it, they have to say they're going to do it.
So that means you literally need somebody to man the camera.
That's absolutely right.
And any other things.
And Al Jackson, who he's hired to run the studio, there's an open studio actually, I think next Saturday.
November 3rd.
People should come and see what's going on. I think that's one way. I want to, when I started getting involved in city politics, which was actually in the 80s, and I started attending meetings and seeing what was going on, and got involved actually because I was concerned about how the city was spending community development block grant money and wanted it spent on low and moderate income people and working on housing. So I read the paper to find out my information. At that time, the paper had a lot more reporters, and those reporters were at a lot more meetings.
So you think the press was doing a better job of covering public affairs?
I'm not going to criticize them because the economics of newspapers are really difficult. So they can't do that as much as they used to.
There are a lot of citizen journalists out there doing that now.
And now there are citizen journalists, but there's a point of view issue that's always also interesting with citizen journalists. So we have to think about how we get the information out, and I don't believe there's anything such as absolute impartiality. I think everybody has a point of view. Newspapers, paid newspapers, like the Daily Hampshire Gazette or the Republican, have an effort to not put their point of view in.
Correct.
And citizen journalists, God bless them, have a point of view, and that's okay. So we have to figure out how does the city get information out through as many venues as we can. So we have the listserv from the planning board that goes to some, from the planning department about all the meetings. Some people get. We try to use the Gazette to post those meetings. We have the bulletin board in City Hall, which is difficult to read, but the meetings at least posted there.